Well, guys, welcome to this week's episode of Chasing the Dream with Bridgecreek. I'm Jeff, I'm Bobby Bradley, and we got a couple special guests with us this week, folks. We got Trey Spires and his nephew Sam. What's your last name again? Paris. I don't know why I forget it every time. Anyway, folks, Trey, it's kind of interesting. We've known each other, what, 13 years? 14?
Yeah.
You came in, what, 2011?
Yep.
I guess it's going on 14 years now, so I know it. Piper wasn't even born a grandbaby, and Ivy, which is now a mama, was just a first grader. Yeah. And so, we've been fortunate enough to be in each other's lives for a lot of years, and we've been through a lot of things together, but sometimes things just bind you together in this life, and just the love for the outdoors and having a lot of stuff in common and being like-minded and having a love for the Lord, that just that says it all. So Trey, I want to ask you, what made you all first book a hunt with us? What was you just wanting to go on a hog hunt and you couldn't find nobody else to take you, or how'd it go for you?
Me and my dad had booked a hunt at another outfitter down here, and
we can't give no names, by the way.
No, I'm not. But we didn't really enjoy that experience as much, and I found this place and just booked it randomly. And we came down and had a wonderful time.
We did, didn't we? Oh, I tell you what.
We just started coming every year after that.
And I don't think, at that time, Bobby, you weren't with me full time, were you?
Not full time, no.
You were just, we were doing processing off site, and he had a full-time job there, so he helped us on the weekends and in the evenings and stuff whenever I get stuck in the mud, and that's another story. But, sometimes, a lot of folks come in and we just ain't their cup of tea, they don't like kids hanging around, and they just, everybody's different, but man, we just hit it off. And his daddy, old Junior Harry, man, he had that old military haircut, and I said, man, this guy's not one guy I want to piss off at all. But him and my wife was like best pals when they was in lodge. They would sit and just talk, and my wife, Trey, she was just the kind of person that you felt at ease talking to her around. I mean, you could just pour your heart out to her, and you felt like you knowed her your whole life. And, that's just the kind of relationships we built up over the years. And I don't know if it was the first hunt or the second hunt when you saved Ben's life.
It was the second or third time.
I think it was the second or third time, and hadn't been for old Trey and his muzzleloader there, old Ben would have been banner fodder there, as they say on Star Wars.
That was you. Was you coming in, Sam? You didn't come.
No, Sam didn't come. Several years later,
wasn't
Sam.
Buddy?
I think that was one of your first hunts, wasn't it, Sam? When you come here with your papaw and
that was the area he killed Hogzilla.
Hogzilla, he sure did. I remember that. And we've had a good time. And boy, I tell you what, I've seen the results of some of Sam's shooting over the years, and I just don't think I want these young boys chasing me. I may have to see if they can rent them to go to Oklahoma with me again this year, Bobby, so I'll come back with something. But our families has grown together, and there's an old saying: you don't got to talk every day to still love each other and care about them and stay friends. And we've stayed friends over the years, and I cherish that, and I wouldn't take anything for it, except maybe for Elon's money there. But that'd be an awful hard swing there, son. But that's just the kind of memories we've made here. And Trey, I want to let you tell me. I was with you all on that hunt, and we were looking for. Back then we sold different kinds of hogs, but we were out looking. And I want you to tell me, because you're really the guy that saved the day, and I was just the one that said, Ben, you're an idiot. And so you just kind of tell me how it all went down.
We had been sitting in the blind for a couple of hours and hadn't been seeing anything. So I put the covers back on my scope, but I still had a cap in it. It was an inline muzzle loader, so hammer was down. We got up and walked up to the trail from the shooting house and looked over, and a couple small hogs took off running past us. We didn't really think anything of it. And about 40 yards in front of us, that big black hog stepped out.
Now, was Ben in the lead at that point?
Ben was standing right beside me, and we were both in the lead. Then I had my son Ruger behind me and another guy with him.
Well, now what transpired to get to make him run? The guy run and leave you guys? leave you guys sitting there.
As we were standing there, that hog stepped out on the trail, looked right at us, and was looking right at Ben like he knew him, and started running right straight at us.
Chased him like he owed him money, didn't he?
And
I can remember my brother coming by there. I thought, what's going on? Ah!
well, he started to reach for his side, and he didn't have a sidearm on, so he started yelling, "Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it!" I just one-handed with my muzzleloader pulled the hammer back, and as it was 3 feet in front of me, popped it right in the head and dropped it.
It dropped it right there. And that thing, let me tell you, had some cutters on. How big were those teeth on that hog?
Oh, they were nice.
They were ever been. He was like that, you know. But you know, he broke the cardinal rule. That's your fault, Ben. If you're watching, you never take off running when they're chasing you down. That's like a crazy woman. You take off running, she's got your number.
I've worked hogs before, so I just took a step back.
I know.
Because I knew where he was going. I just took a step back.
So you knew he had me.
I knew what he was, yeah.
Oh, his truth is coming out now, Ben. And but you know, it's just things like that, man. We just, you know, you can't explain it, man. We just have such a good time with everything we do. And
Dad always really enjoyed this place because it was a wholesome Christian environment where anybody could come and have a good time.
We could, didn't we?
And very much enjoy a good hunt and a good kill, and have a nice trophy or meat to take home with you.
I'm pretty sure the first time your dad met me, he thought, boy, if them guys can get in heaven, I ain't got a thing to worry about, you know. But he was a precious soul, man. And how long ago since Pops has been gone?
He's been gone 2 years now.
2 years, and we miss him dearly. But what keeps us going is we know we're going to see each other again someday, and it's not anything we would want to bring them back for if we could. Not that they would even come if they had a chance. We've seen loved ones go, and it's hard. We miss them, but we wouldn't want them back for nothing. And I'm in the same position, and you just enjoy life and cherish it, because it ain't guaranteed to none of us, is it, brother?
Well, Dad cherished his grandsons.
He did.
And my son and my nephew here, and they have both taken to the hunting lifestyle and are both very good.
Well,
I know I can turn them loose, and I know they're going to get results.
You can't say that about that, but I'm telling you, he was like old Conor McGregor. He gets to talking about his grandkids. That old chest was just spoke out there around that fire pit, and you could just see the pride in his eyes, the love he had for them, and and it was just, the family's just precious to us. They always have been, they always will be. And I know you went on the bear hunt with us last year.
Yes, sir.
And he got a nice bear. Now, let me tell you, that is a hard set, especially when you go out at 2:30 and 3 o'clock. But this cat went and stayed all stinking day, Bobby.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the one that got his bear out, and he sat there all day.
I did get down once and ate a Pop-Tart.
You're supposed to tell everything. You can't do that in bear camp. But and man, he's a trooper. And boy, it was just peaceful just to sit there and enjoy it.
I love that up there.
Man,
it is so
right there
beautiful.
on that lakefront, and you was reading your book, and I think you were telling me about your cousin that was an author, and drinking coffee, and just visiting. Could care less if the internet was working. We just had a great time. That's what it's all about. So. And I know you're not going this year. I think you're planning something with a family in Wyoming, aren't you? Yeah. And, it's just, we may be 2 or 3 years getting together again in bear camp, but there's one thing about it. If the Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, we'll be right back here again next year. And, I can't remember. How old are you now, Sam?
I'm 17. I'll be 18.
You'll be 18? Now, how old was it when you came down?
10.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now,
you was here full time at that point, wasn't you?
No, probably not the first year he came. I mean, I was here when he was
That
here.
would have been 14.
Yeah,
15.
I've only been full time down here probably 6 years, 5.
What?
Yeah, it's only been 5 or 6 years.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby was here when Sam shot that hog.
I was here with him, but it was I quit Allen. I want to say 2000.
We love you, Alan. He didn't quit you because he didn't like you. He just
It
loved
was
me more.
probably 2018.
I guess maybe it was. Was you there? Was you still working with Alan when we went to Canada the first time? Because that was 18 when we went the first trip.
I think so.
Okay. Well, hey, there you go.
We were just gone a week.
Yeah, we were gone a week. It don't matter. It is what it is.
But, yeah, we didn't get any video of Trey and them hunt this time, but we have got a few videos, some hog hunting videos
Right.
and stuff. We may try to put on here and let you see some of them.
That'd be good.
We got 2 young boys that came in.
3.
3.
3 wound up.
I think I got 2 of them on video.
Somebody's got some video putting me in the creek because I had the only fresh change of clothes. So you'll see this video here in a minute if we get it queued up, or me fishing for a hog that we couldn't see in the creek, and it was a very sobering experience,
Yes.
to say the least.
Go, Paul.
I watched that hog flipping this
Bobby, if this hog ain't here, I'm beating your ass. And then I was in it again. Well, I wasn't really. We were in it the next day fixing fence, but I got sidetracked in that strong current and down I went. So I had laundered money that day. Everything in me was wet, but you know the boys was right on top of it. We was holding on to each other trying to get out. You know that current was really strong that day because that water was really high. So you know, and then the next day I think I shot some footage of Bobby and goofing on him, but you know I didn't tell everybody the last 2 days old Dad was in the creek, but everybody was saying poor Bobby, and I know they were thinking I just sat in that buggy filming that, but
well, you was that day.
but now them 3 young boys made great shots, didn't they?
They did.
Man, them little cats can shoot. You know, Jake had them in there, and Buddy, he was flat, had them going on, and that one crappie flopped back in the creek, and we finally got it a hold of and found it, and it was under the water there pretty good ways, so we finally did get it up, and man, they all made headshots, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about the last
The
one.
last one may not, but he made it was a deadly shot as soon as he pulled the trigger. So, but we had a great day with them guys, and then you know the Armstrong boys came in there, son, and knocked it out. So, Trey, what have you got you want to tell the folks about it? If you got anything you want to share about what it's like, you know, just to get away and come down. If anybody's thinking about coming and seeing us, or wants to know anything, what have you got you can tell them that may turn them on or off about us?
It's a very family-friendly, wholesome environment. You can have a hunt any type that you would like. You can make it as hard or as easy as you want it to be. And however you go about it, you're going to have a nice, relaxing, enjoyable time.
Right. Now, have you got any particular things in mind, things that stand out with you that you want to share over the past several years? Anything in particular stands out? Or is it just all good to go?
We look forward to this. Yeah, we look forward to this every year.
We do too. And
I've brought a lot of people down with me who are now repeat every year that come down.
Amen.
And they all enjoy it.
Okay. I had a little visitor while you was filming there. It was somebody was bird watching come through there with binoculars while we was trying to close out the hunt there. And I know, folks, we've created a demon here with my little Bradley, but that's just the kind of fun we have here. Them kids loved it. They all grabbed me and hugged me when they left, and by golly, that's what it's all about right there. And they just think the world of Bobby and Bradley, and you know, it just don't wait too late. Oh, golly, I can't believe just how blessed we've been with business, Bobby. It's just unreal.
It's picking up. It's been it was slow a little bit at the end of last year, but man, this year it's really picked up.
Can't get political.
You know, it's picking up a lot. I'm looking forward to going to Canada.
Well, just the exposure on the trade shows. I know we've done 4 or 5 this year, and they've been really good, and people's been really receptive to us. And once they get to know us, and the recommendations from other folks has just been fantastic. And then, you know, the little bit of stuff we do here is catching on, and just people see how much we love each other and how much we love what we do, and you can't make that stuff up, you know. And Bradley,
Yeah.
what do you got to say?
Son, you got me.
Well, folks, I think we've about got her in today there, and I just wanted to thank Trey. Thank you, brother. God bless you. Love you. Sam, you're a fine young man. I hope you don't get married by next year, but if you do, bring her too. And we're grateful. You know, this is what it's all about right here, folks. We've been coming here 13, 14 years, and me and Jeff will do a video one day about how me and him met, and you know, I think, you know, it's amazing the kind of friends you can make it's amazing the friends you can make when you post bail for them, you know. And,
as just a client who comes here, it's nice to be able to go somewhere and be treated like family.
Yeah, I'm tired of my buddies moving down here. I'm losing all my good customers, but you know, I guess Clark Range had a harder hold on him than Fargo, North Dakota there. So we're blessed, you know. We just blessed. I can't put it any plainer than that. Robert, you've got to close the short. You've got to give us a bobbinism, a wittinism, a story, something that, you know, I want you to tell something on somebody besides me.
Well, you're the funnest to tell stories about.
I am, guys. I can't help it, you know, and I almost got us run over today. I jumped out of the Jeep and forgot left it in gear, and I ain't going to tell you where my cameraman wound up trying to hit the brakes, but whew. And,
we got them stopped.
That could be a felony in Alabama. I'm telling you right there, right here she wound up. And, but that's just the way it is with me. That's how old Bessie wound up in the pond, and that's you know, we could make a whole show out of that, Jeffrey. But we've just got thousands of them, guys. But we ain't got that much time for one show. So, Bobby, you want to close us out?
Well, yeah, folks, we'd love to have y'all come and visit with us. Like to be friends with you all too. Maybe one of these days you can come on here and share stories that you've done here.
How can you not want to come with that face
I know,
there? Look at him.
I may not be real good on TV, but you have fun in the woods.
Most fun you can have with your britches on, I promise you, folks. But it's a blessing, you know. I just can't keep talking about how much fun it is, and you know, I'm reborn here, you know, out here running around with these young guys and holding my own sometimes.
He's my internet guru.
I'm an internet guru, baby. Get her done, son. That's the way we do it around here. But don't forget, folks, like us on Facebook.
And subscribe to us.
Follow us and subscribe to us on YouTube. Is that right? So we're getting there, and man, we ain't no telling what, Bradley. Go ahead. You're busting at the seams. Tell us.
Are you done talking?
I'm done.
Well, guys, have a blessed day. God bless you. And tune in for the next episode of Chasing the Dream with Bridgecreek.
Yo! Wait a minute, everybody. Peace out. What's this? Put two fingers up there. Sam, you know the drill. There we go.